How's it going, everyone? It is me, Lone Vault Wanderer, and it's time to get fucking real with Lone, the Aussie, the marsupial. I like Bioshock, you like Bioshock, your best friend Billy likes Bioshock, his dog sure as hell likes Bioshock, everyone in the world likes Bioshock, and if you don't, well, I can't tell you this enough, but you're a fucking synth. So yes, we're all very clear that that's the case, right? We all agree that Bioshock is one of the greatest games of all time, alright? We understood? We're good. You don't want to fight me. So with that being said, where is the next Bioshock game? Like, where is it? We haven't heard anything. There's just been no news. And Lone is getting very upset. I'm getting very tired. I'm going to bed thinking about Big Daddies at night, and that's never a good thing. I said that I like Big Daddies at work one day, and they looked at me really weird. But it's true, damn it. I fucking do. I like Big Daddies. I like the way they look, right? The name Daddy sounds nice too, but Bioshock is an amazing series, and I just want to see a new Bioshock game. I want to hear about a new Bioshock game and read about it. I want the industry to start talking about this franchise again, because it's been dormant for a very, very long time, okay? And I'm not talking about Bioshock the Collection. Well, let's back up. And before we get into the serious news, guys, I was just joking, okay? I'm not seriously saying fuck you if you don't like Bioshock, but seriously, fuck you. We are gonna go back to 2015. CEO of Take-Two, Strauss Zelnick, said that Bioshock is unquestionably a permanent franchise in our company and one that we do believe in. So yes, Strauss, you're speaking my language. I'd like to buy you a drink one day because you're saying nice things about Bioshock, and I appreciate that. And then, of course, in September of last year, 2016, we got Bioshock the Collection, which was Bioshock 1, 2, and Infinite, remastered in all their glory. We didn't get Bioshock 2 multiplayer because, even though I liked it, let's be honest, it wasn't that good, right? And I can say that as a diehard fan of the franchise. But since then, radio silence. Fucking silence. We haven't heard anything. We haven't seen anything. We haven't dreamt of anything relating to Bioshock this year at all, really. Now, I will give 2K credit. Before Bioshock the Collection, we didn't have a Bioshock Twitter account. But now we do, and they tweet really frequently about Bioshock. And a lot of great information too. There's a lot of behind the scenes development stuff that you can see on the 2K website. They're frequently releasing those. They're sending out funny memes about Bioshock. And if there's one thing I like, it's funny memes about Bioshock and Elizabeth kicking someone in the balls. But yes, they are doing a great job with that Twitter account. So let's step it up, shall we? Let's stop ramping up the next Bioshock 2K, if there even is one. I hope there is. I hope it's going to be something talked about at E3 of this year, because there's been absolutely nothing. If there is going to be a new Bioshock game, whether it's announced at this year's E3, next year's E3, there's been absolutely no news about it. And if you can't tell by my hugely sarcastic voice throughout this video, I'm not really that worked up about it, right? I know how game development works. I know 2K has probably given the Bioshock franchise to another developer, obviously because Ghost Story Games, previously known as Irrational Games, is not working on Bioshock anymore. And a Bioshock game is probably in development. And I'm happy with that. Some fans might not want to see another Bioshock. They might think that the first 3 Bioshocks that we got, the story is done. Everything is finished. Ken Levine wrapped it up in a nice little package at the end of Bioshock Infinite, especially the DLC. Gave it back to the fans and said, that's the story of Bioshock, leave me alone, I'm making smaller games. But that doesn't mean that we can't get another Bioshock that's in a different setting with a different story and a different set of characters, etc. Because if there is one thing that Bioshock Infinite taught us, it's that the Bioshock franchise is incredibly flexible. You can go from an underwater city like Rapture to a floating city like Columbia and still tell an amazing story and chuck the Bioshock name on the game title. It is flexible like that. There's only really a couple of things you need, and I will do a later video on this in terms of what I would like to see in the next Bioshock game. But really, the game just needs to be set in a dystopian world where everything was just once la-di-da and things turned to shit somehow. Really, that's the premise of Bioshock. You look at Bioshock 1 and the discovery of Adam, you look at Bioshock Infinite, really that's the general story of the franchise. So it doesn't necessarily matter if the next Bioshock game isn't set in Rapture or isn't set at Columbia or anything like that. It's in its own world, maybe an underground Bioshock, something like that, something really offbeat, maybe a space Bioshock. Who really cares? I mean, that would just be System Shock. But so long as it has the proper underlying themes being a dystopian world, then it can be Bioshock. Coupled with powers and shooting of some sort, then really it is Bioshock. I'm not one of those fans that's going to say, look, I don't want them to touch the Bioshock franchise. Ken Levine did well with it with the original Bioshocks, they should never touch it again. I think that's silly, to be honest. I'm a Bioshock fan and I just want to see more Bioshock games. They might not ever be as good as the ones that Ken Levine produced. I can admit that. But so long as we get something, then who really cares, right? So long as Bioshock games are being made, then I'm happy. Maybe they can grow into something that's even just as great, maybe even better than the original Bioshocks. It's a hard feat. It's probably never going to happen. But the point is, the bottom line, I would just love to see a new Bioshock. And if any one of you have done something with the next Bioshock game, I'm coming for you, man. All right? Don't fucking mess with me. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think, Wastelanders? This was just a stupid, fun little video that I wanted to do because I was a bit bored tonight. My girlfriend's not home, and it's either Mario Kart or make a stupid video on Bioshock, and I did the latter. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and until next time, fuck, I'm an idiot. This has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself, and would you kindly keep fighting the good fight.